Buenos dias from Redovan, España. We are in Spain for the 2022 IFMAR World Championships. As you can see, this track is monstrous. It is awesome. It is huge, and this setting is just gorgeous. Today we're going to reach over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to be hot. We're going to have some awesome racing on the track. We are starting qualifications today. So as you can see, I'm not starting this track walk on the straightaway either. Our start-finish line is here, one lane in from that straightaway. This has some great benefits to it because once you cross the line and the computer will call your name done, you'll know by the time you're here, so you can pull into pit lane. Also, if somebody were to flame out on the track, you don't have to yell at the guy carrying the car over to keep it high before coming into pit lane. So great benefits to this start-finish line right here. So as we start our clock, you can see the line, it's forming now. We got this black groove, and we're taking it tight here. This is a single roller that we're kind of launching out midway. And then you got your first about 170 degree corner here. Now all these tight corners, you got one here, you got one, have one here. Like you just got to whip that thing around as quick as possible on these. You need that rear end to come around quick. You need to have a lot of steering for these. Now this jump, this was blowing out a lot, and this side over here will jump you a lot higher. If you can get your line inside, this will jump you a lot lower. You have a little bit worse of an angle for this table here, but I'll show you what we deal with as we take this. So if you can jump it kind of middle or in, you're trying to downside this, and there's a little bit of a gully. And this has got blown out a few times. They've kind of patched it up. You can kind of see where you're trying to land. But if you stay low on the inside, you really just skim it and then just kind of roll out. But this can get dusty up here as well, so we always kind of see what the track's doing. Got a slight little roller. Some guys, if you're not straight, you can get kind of out of shape as you're going up the straightaway. But if you can launch it straight, you can see that black line forming for the popular line of where people are taking. And we got a nice long straight, and this is all uphill. We are probably changing 15 to 20 feet of elevation as we go up this hill. You can also notice pit lane all along here. They have a very unique pit lane, a very tight exit for it. But staying in this black line, you can see world famous Tipo in front of us here. And we're about here is the popular line, getting kind of closer to the outside pipe. As you're getting ready to take this 90 left, hug this one, and then we have our first feature, our first double here. Thanks, sir. So launching this double about right in the middle, getting the car all set, landing into your downside, taking this little shoot. So you get on the gas, give it a little burst of throttle here, just to keep your momentum up. Then you have this descending 180, 170 or so here. You can see the angle of that track, how it goes down. So people are always like correcting steering here a little bit, trying to get it as tight as can, keep that speed going. And as you do that one, you go uphill that little bit, and you're trying to hug this rounded corner to the right. Then you have a little bit of a ski jump here. Launch this, and you're trying to stay launching out to about middle. Again, you can see that dark line there. And it's all about carrying your speed, keeping that momentum going. This track's all about flow. So you're launching this, and this has been one of the trickier spots on the track, because this is dropping downhill a lot. So a lot of guys are landing up on top of this to really be able to drop your speed down. So you're launching there, landing up on top to keep the speed down for this. If you jump too far, they've put some of their material, their track compound down. That's kind of keeping the grip up, but it gets really dusty out here later in the day. And you get out here, and you hit it, and you just slide all the way down. Because this is probably a good 6-foot drop off from top to bottom. You can see that angle. If you've maybe seen my video where the car is drifting around it. So it all depends how you can land on top of this. If you can land just as the downside starts, it's probably your best. You hit the binders really quick, get on the brakes, get the car slowed down. Try to hug this as tight as you can. And then we're going back uphill again. You got a little bit of a roller. And then you start at a little high speed, left 90, then a right 90 right after it. So I'm always trying to be out here a little bit more, trying to carry more of that momentum, arc in this corner. Keeping on that full throttle. Then you're getting ready, kind of being out just a little bit wide. Set up for this next one to carry more speed up it. Now this has been getting a little bit blown out here. They keep patching it. I don't know if they can do it now that qualifications have started. It'll be interesting to see, but that can get cars upset if it does start to blow out. But anyway, and this also is going uphill, so a lot of cars will actually pop a wheelie off of this, especially if that jump starts, that little bump gets exposed. You can kind of see the angle there. And you're just full wood up to here. And we got a 180, but it's a nice rounded one, so kind of a little bit medium on the steering. Staying in that black groove. And you got a triple ski jump here. Now the tough part is this is far away from that driver's stand. And you can see if you were to go straight, like what I do, it almost can jump into the inside. It's a little tricky. You almost got to force yourself to jump outside on this jump. So full throttle on this guy. Land into this one. And like we're dropping from the top of this section until we reach the bottom of that section. It's 20 feet at least. It's a great elevation, this track. So just like a full throttle into this one. Another 3/4 full throttle over this guy. And then you got a steeper drop to the last one. And then this one's like really getting on the brakes in here to slow the car down. So you just barely pop up over this one. And now we can get your tires contacting right up in here so you can get the car slowed down enough to make this 160-degree corner or so. You can see that feature way up there, how much we came down. All right, and then we're gonna launch up here into our concrete section. So this is concrete jump face, and we got some pavers up here. Again, let's see the angle, how much height we're getting on this. So you're jumping all the way up from that, launching up top here, and we got a double, double, double single. So the first one's kind of a 3/4 throttle. The second two are more of like a half throttle. So into that, then we go to quick pop. One more quick pop. Hit the brakes nice and quick. And on this last one here, it's a lot lower on the inside, but on all this section, you just got to keep your car straight. If you enter it at an angle at all, you're just getting out of shape everywhere. You got to make sure that back here, you line that car up perfectly straight to tackle this section, and then it's really easy. Do the tight 180 here. Full gas. And get ready. This is an easy corner to want to clip early. You can see it's very dark, really close to that pipe. But get this nice and rounded, and then you have a nice concrete down drop off here. And you're dropping about 6 feet. Yeah, because I'm still taller than that, so. Good, look at that angle. Dropping down. Now this is blown out early on in practice. They've patched it again. If that gets a hole in it, that gets really tough, and it can actually launch your car way out there. But anyways, get that full throttle going. And get another 90 right, 90 left again. They like to do these on this track, and this is all about carrying that speed, having your car be set up to really just keep pulling forward, full throttle. And then this is one of the trickier ones because this is probably our biggest sweeper that we have. When you have this grip, a lot of times, and you're trying to get the steering out of these 180s, a lot of times your front end's kind of diving on this. And it's not the smoothest of corners. And you can see like all these little gouges. I don't know if this is people's chassis hitting or rims hitting on the side that's gouging all this stuff out. But just try to keep it around the pipe, keep that momentum up as best you can. And then we got this double coming at the driver's stand. You can see we're pretty far away from the driver's stand here. This is pretty hard to judge in a way where you're at, if you've gone far enough or not. It becomes more of a muscle memory thing as we get used to the track. So you're really wanting to downside this one and get that car to pivot around this tight. And these guys are tight to this pipe. All these pipes tight. So then we got a single. Some guys are starting with this grip that's starting to form now. Starting to be able to like just case the top of this, almost be able to double it. It's getting close, but generally it's like a slow single. You'll be able to keep the car rolling, keep the momentum going. Do this 180. Okay, another full throttle. I kind of bleed out here, and then start to arc it in, and then hug this tight, full throttle up here, but then start to let off because this is a stair step section. We got 4 stairs going down, so it's kind of launch the first one, and then I kind of hit the brakes as best I can to slow it down. Try to stay tight for this last one. Be able to roll up over this.
5 minutes to open the track. 5 minutes to open the track.
Roll up over this hill.
5 minutos para abrir el circuito.
Take this 90 right. And then you got this little jump onto a paver section. Now it's getting kind of blown out, it looks like, but it's not too bad. It'll launch your car a little bit high, so you don't take this one too hard. Kind of wanted to land out in here. Give it a quick burst of throttle, then slow it down. Make sure, again, you can hug this tight. You don't want to get down there and just losing time. So at this 180, then go back up the hill. Transition from the pavers to the dirt.
Clear the track, please. Clear the track.
At the single.
Thank you.
And then get up into your line to cross the finish line and launch off the next section. So that's your track walk around the 2022 IFMAR World Championships in Redovan, Spain. Special thanks to everyone who made this event possible. This is awesome. We haven't done a Worlds in 4 years. We're 8-scale nitro buggy, so we're having a great time. Track's awesome, facility's awesome, people are awesome. And I hope everybody enjoys the coverage today and this whole week. So we'll catch you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.